Wow, I heard
I'm
exactly no
quiet.
words until that point.
Yeah, that's correct.
He has said nothing. Hey everybody, welcome to D&D 5th Edition in Hulk Signo Ventures. Welcome back, welcome back. This is session number 58, so make sure to go to bit.ly/gaming if you are behind at all to get caught up by watching all of the VODs that we have exported, or I have exported. Alright, last session, however, the group prepared to travel to the Shadowfell. Um, and not a whole lot of action happened. It was mostly just, what am I thinking here? It was just prep, and waiting for Octavia to arrive. Alright, so I did talk to Thok in private and found out what he is doing. We'll see if there's anything that comes from that here shortly. As the group, for expedience sake, on the fourth day, the day after Octavia arrived, or the peace talks, the group is together for early morning. Thok would still be missing.
Did the peace talks actually go through? Because last I heard, we left off the night of her arriving and saying she wanted to do it the next day.
You're right. So it would be the day of the beginning of the peace talks, which is what they're getting ready for after their morning breakfast. Thok is still MIA currently, and I believe everyone else would be there in the hall, eating it up. And I do apologize. Talk amongst yourselves, or I will be right back.
Let's kill the DM.
Let's kill every character that the DM plays.
I would typically suggest against that, but I mean, I guess.
I'm against the killing of the DM part, but killing NPCs is fine. That's whatever.
Alright,
But I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure?
I'm pretty sure that he's got some NPCs that are stronger than the entire party solo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like the power of friendship and stuff.
I don't think that has any bearing when random dice are involved.
But like it's like in Yu-Gi-Oh! With the heart of the cards, it's like the heart of the dice, you know?
Joe, I don't think I've ever seen you flip a trap card this entire time.
That's because I'm waiting, man.
Okay.
I've laid down trap cards this entire game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just bowel movements.
Dude, it's gonna be all like, you've activated my trap card, alignment shift. He's gonna steal all your stuff.
Okay, you guys wake up in the morning, and every 5-foot square in the universe is covered in shit. What do?
I blame
Shit
Thok
in it.
first of all.
Probably the best
Shit in
option.
it.
Oh no.
Matt's
Sorry
back.
about that. Let's dive right in. You guys would be getting ready for the day, breakfast or whatever you guys want, and we'll start from there. Since Thok got no attention last session, seeing as he was MIA, we'll start with Thok. What are you doing this fine morning?
Did the stuff already happen that we talked about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thok is going to begin the day with saying, so I'm thinking that do you want to join for that?
Your mic cut out at the important part.
Do you want to join for that?
Your mic cut out at the important part. You're thinking blank space. Do you want to join for that?
The meeting is starting today.
Is that generalized to everybody?
No, that's to Calamance, because I don't think he's with you guys.
Okay. So
Okay.
That was not clear to me,
Sorry.
but,
Alright, let me lower my threshold. Okay, alright.
I'm done with politics. I'm good here.
Okay. What about you, Agatha?
I don't leave.
Okay.
She goes back to-
I'm guessing that you're done. You don't have much to say.
I have no interest in this war.
Okay.
My time will
Well,
come.
I'll see you guys later. And I'll let you know what happens as a result.
She just said she'll go.
Oh, she'll go. Shit. Okay.
No, she was saying next time.
I think she said my time will come.
My time will come.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna head over. See ya.
Bye, brother.
And, goodbye, sister. And I would like to head over to, Erdim.
Okay. So, Thok, you arrive in the Great Hall. What is everyone else doing in their early morning?
I reckon meeting up with the group and probably striking up a conversation with Jack.
Eating breakfast with everybody and reading.
Gonna be reading with Lee.
He's reading next to Lee or trying to read the same book?
Which character?
Kylan is with James. She'll be preparing him for the peace talks, and then so Kat will be sitting along with Lee, going over stuff. Lee had made mention if you heard anything that would help with a certain, like making amends with the race or something like that, or helping us with that, then tell me.
Shatterkai.
Shatterkai, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to be kind of reviewing along the context of the notes and like how the story's going and which ways of the history of this and that. And trying to pick up on hints as well and sharing them with Lee.
Okay, and as everyone enjoys their early morning activity, Thok arrives for the first time in a few days in Urdin.
I would like to sit next to Jekt and Lee in the group. Yeah.
Okay.
I barely nod my head towards you.
Start
Where have
eating.
you been? Where have you been, Thok?
Over at Agatha's. Talking with Calamence and Vola.
How is your sister doing?
She's doing well. She's recovering well. And to address the elephant in the room, I released Xerxes' soul. So you don't have to worry about that.
Well, that's interesting. Who's Xerxes?
What?
Well, that's interesting. Who's Xerxes?
Xerxes was my mother. She was one of the lead commanders of the Templars.
Oh. And you killed her?
No. Okay. I mean, I'll go and explain this briefly. She died in the Mage War. Evandris actually killed her, stole her soul, and trapped it in a cage. We found that cage recently, and I took it and wanted to bring it to my sister and see what she wanted to do with it, and wanted to release it. So I released it.
Oh, okay. That sounds so much better. I thought you were just having a macabre moment back there, and we're gonna have to address some issues with you internally. But it sounds like you're gonna be okay.
Good for you, Thok. And what's that supposed to mean, a macabre moment?
Not a macabre moment. Oh goodness. I'm sorry. I know that he's very important to you, but it was a macabre moment. I'm sorry.
Oh, I misheard your mic then.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It was a what?
A macabre moment, like a.
Oh, I definitely heard macabre.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Retcon. That statement never happened.
Yeah, that's.
Your mic's wigging out again, Joe.
I know. I'm trying to move like the Wi-Fi connector closer to the router. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Cool. And then Doc's just gonna eat.
Okay, the morning is fairly uneventful, as my voice peaks. Fox, Jeffrey, James, Octavia, and her ambassador, wow, I couldn't think of the word, all arrive and eat their breakfast kind of quietly, exchanging some pleasantries, but focusing more on getting ready for the day.
Second, your mic's a little fappy.
Okay.
If no one wishes to talk to any one of them, after about half an hour, 45 minutes, they head up to the surface. Fox turns to Fork, gives him a knowing look, and says, "Take care," and then begins his ascent as well.
Well, it sounds like we're on your guys' timetable now.
Are we about done with our preparations? I'm sure they can handle the peace talks here without us.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm prepared, but my question is Jack ready to go because he still has his training to undergo.
Ah, yes. Well, I think I'm just about as ready as I can be.
So your lessons went well then?
They were adequate.
I apologize for not being present for them. However, being able to study an Archmage's spellbook does not come up very often.
It's true.
And the rest of you, are you prepared for the Shadowfell?
Yeah. Do you not want to participate in the peace talk?
Who was that directed at?
Fort.
I don't know what purpose I would serve there. Fox is not in danger at the moment.
Do you have a purpose you intend to serve with us?
Sounds like I am to be journeying with you to the Shadowfell.
Well, I'm about as read up on the Shadarkai as I can be. My research suggests that they are the other major faction in the Shadowfell, and perhaps rivals to Karsus. So I'm thinking we might be able to get in and make friends with them and use that to our advantage.
I have no idea what that means, Matt.
It's wireless access points. Wax. It's just fun to say.
Wow.
So the S in that stands for S.
Plural, yeah.
Okay.
One WAP. Anyways, getting sidetracked by networking stuff. Where are you guys gonna proceed? How are you gonna proceed? Are you gonna take a moment to prepare some more, or are you planning on I'm going.
Jekt, are you prepared? I think you're the other one with big plans.
I believe so.
So we're not staying with the Peace Talk, we're just going to Shadowfell.
I don't think they need us. I mean,
Is there any knowledge that you still need, Jack, or anything that you would need to help yourself, or?
Don't believe so.
I'm gonna shout over to Octavia. Hey, do you need us?
She's long gone.
What?
She left before Fox did.
I'm guessing
like
doesn't
everyone's
need-
actually gone.
Yeah, they went.
Yeah, they went up to the surface.
They went where?
To the surface.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if they don't need us, then let's go.
Does Fort know of any destination rune circles in Shadowfell? Specifically, more like related to Shadar-kai than Karsus.
No.
Actually, oh,
There, in your learnings, you would know that of Karsus. However, since his entrance into the Shadowfell, no one has seen him directly. Everything of his influence has been indirect in some way. Lee is probably the closest thing you've heard of to a direct influence from him.
like I mentioned, I wasn't really interested in Karsus. I was more interested in Shadar-kai.
The Shadar-kai, they do not deal with rune circles of any sort. They have a different means of traversing the planes.
Okay.
All right, then I think we are ready to head out.
Stand up from the table and stretch.
Okay, how are we getting there?
Checked.
As
Have you figured out the cube?
You guys start your conversation as getting ready to leave. Your wonderful wood elf friend walks down the stairs and into a dim.
Can
Almost
you be a little
knowing-
more specific? Can you be a little more specific?
It's Kylan.
I mean, wonderful, or wood elf, or friend. I mean, can't be all of those.
Kylan walks down the steps. Her wisdom seems to have indicated to her that perhaps she may not see you guys for a long time and that it'd be best to come say goodbye. That and she's been up all night working with James, so she hasn't had a chance to come down to eat.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
So yeah, Kylan will come sit at the table, and take a plate for herself, and just eat for a moment and revel in being in your presence, but realizing that you guys are standing up to leave, quickly get up from the table, and she'll come over to Lee, and and she'll say, Lee, I always did want you to be safe, and I hope everything turns out well, and that you're going to be okay. And then she'll grasp the little iron cross thing that Kylan had bought for her back in Londa, and put her wrap her fingers up in it and cast Druidcraft to imbue some vines into it. And she goes, this is for you to remember me by. And then she'll go to Jekt, and she'll she'll say, "You mind if I give you a hug? Because I don't think she was gonna let me hug her."
Okay.
I think the last time I tried to hug her, she tried to kill me. So she's gonna wrap you up in a big hug and just pat you on the back and say, "You've grown so much since I first saw you. You're so much more powerful than when this all started, and you've really become something other than just yourself, Jack. You're a major player in this world now, and I trust you to hold that power with great responsibility, Uncle Ben."
Yeah. And then she's gonna hand you a pile of dirt with some rice.
Oh no.
You've been a good boy, and I hope to see you here again soon. Find your grandfather.
I will. Thank you.
And then she's gonna come over to Thok, and she's gonna say, "You've also been a very good boy, Thok. And I know that you don't necessarily believe it, but I trust you almost more than I would trust even James. It's been a rocky road, and you've always been there."
Thank you. And thank you for being here for us too, when we needed it.
And then she will remove Ellie's flute from her belt and press it to Thok's chest. "I know that you're going deep, and you're gonna find Jack's grandfather. But if you find her, just ask her to come back."
Okay.
And then she'll nod curtly to Fort. I have not known you, and she'll do the same to Kat. And I have no true connection to you, but I trust that you will take care of these boys. And Lee.
Clear my throat, yeah.
That was
And
pretty good timing from the both of you. If I had inspiration to give either one of you, I would, but I don't think I've had inspiration in months.
and I hope that you two will be held in the same vein as I hold them one day.
I appreciate your words of respect. Good luck to you on this establishment and the peace talks.
Oh, right. Peace talks. She'll grab her plate, scarf it down, and then head back out.
Kylan.
Lee.
I walk over to her and offer my hand for a shake.
You're tempting me, Lee. She'll reach her hand out as well for a shake.
I'll shake for a second, and then I will grip very firmly and pull you a little bit closer.
Whoa! What's happening? What is this? Are you gonna stab me? Is this one of your little tricks?
Every life here is precious. Don't forget that. Don't allow anyone to fall through the cracks.
None will.
And I let go and walk away.
Music peaked right as you said that. It was wonderful.
And then she'll be off.
So, back to my former question. How are we getting there?
We have that cube, right?
Yep, let's see it, Jack. Have you figured it out?
Well, I haven't really had the chance to look at it, but I suppose we should just roll the dice and try it out.
I feel like that's not a great plan to get where we need to go. You are rather lucky, I suppose, but
If you don't mind, may I examine it?
Of course. I'll pull it out and hand it to Fort.
At Matt, am I familiar with this at all?
It's a piece of magical technology, a magic item that you've heard of before. The symbols on it are easily recognizable as the material plane, the Shadowfell, and then the 4 elemental planes.
I will hand it back to Jekt and tap the face that has the Shadowfell on it and go,
Why don't we just push that one?
Push the dice.
It does seem to have a button on each face for the symbol.
Huh. Apparently, you push the dice, and I will push it to the Shadowfell, the symbol that Fort motioned.
Do we want to maybe exchange some items for our new party members?
oh
Nope.
yes, if
Click.
we. I mean, yeah. Feel free to interrupt the conversation with something magical happening, but
As you click the side of the die floats away from your hand and produces a black portal that swirls with gray wisps.
All right,
Okay.
guys. If you have anything to do, I would do it now.
does that seem obviously correct, Matt?
Yeah.
Well, we should go before it closes.
yeah, let's jump through and we can see if we can better equip our new companions, I suppose.
Perhaps when we're asking to make preparations in the future, you'll actually remember to make your preparations.
And I step through.
Oh, the sass.
Did he just chastise us about not better preparing him? And I step through.
He's salty.
Cat will stand very tall and confident and backwards moonwalk into the portal.
Heck yeah.
Do it that time, and I walk through the portal.
Oh no, we're gonna land in the upside down.
Damn, he landed right in the upside down.
Getting your guys' entry.
Oh, can I bring the mount too?
The
Don't you summon them?
Did I cast that last time?
No.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Well, he might have. It's been 2 days since any of us talked to him.
I mean,
Fair.
that's fair.
Can we retcon that and say that I summoned a griffin?
How'd you get a griffin down here?
That's fair. If not, that's okay.
how large? Griffins are just large, right?
Griffins are large.
Yeah.
The staircase was only, I believe, 10 feet, so that's not undoable for it.
That's fine. You can have
Okay.
your griffin. I know you had the intent and you didn't really have a chance to really think out what you wanted to do, so I will allow
Sorry.
it.
Sorry.
That's fine. Just because of that, we'll allow the gate to be 10 feet in diameter. Ooh. And Jekt, once you start to pass through the portal, you do see that you can easily take the dice and go through still.
Once has everybody else passed through?
I assume it's you and your homunculus left.
Okay. With everybody else passed through, I'll call my homunculus over to my shoulder, grab the dice, and walk on through.
Alright, let's see if I can. Yeah, I did.
I don't know if you caught that, Jake, but you get the decanter of endless water added to your stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. Yep. Awesome.
Oh, I already put you guys in here. Cool. I don't want that though. I want this. Alright. You guys enter into the portal. And you find yourself in on a tall platform of stone, a plateau, much like Chrysos. However, the land around you is barren. What remains of a once possibly prosperous city is just broken stone and not much to go with. Just buildings. The ground is covered in gray grass, and as you look around, what you would expect to be the sun is more of like the moon casting dim light on the land, causing the dim light effect. So things that are usable in dim light can be used, or darkness, or not darkness, but dim light.
So, Shadow Blade would be great right now.
Oh, baby.
Pretty much. The land around you is darkened by this dimness. However, even in the distance, you see trees that remind you of the Vale, when you hunted for Karsis's aspect, with the trees gnarled and twisted.
So, in our immediate vicinity, is there any obvious threat?
I am getting there, and the answer will be yes.
Okay.
Oh, good.
As Jack steps through the portal, and you gather your bearings, you hear the footfall of a few medium-sounding creatures, not too heavy, not too light. One step. As creatures around you slowly creak around in the darkness and turn their attention to you.
Do I see anything?
Yeah, do we see anything?
Yes.
Oh.
These creatures,
not look good.
some of them have long, crazy, sharp-looking arms.
Are those
Pull out here.
necromorphs?
Oh my god.
Necromorphs? What the
So, in straining my eyes to see, since it's only dim light, I will cast Crown of Stars.
I'm gonna get you guys on. There we go. Okay. And what does that do exactly?
So I will post it. Get rid of the
So while you do that, some of these creatures hunched over with spear-like arms, the others with long, pointed appendages coming from their back. 30 feet, 30 feet? Okay. They approach.
Are they affected by the light?
No. However, let me go ahead and do one thing while I remember. The ones with the extra long appendages coming from their back start to chant and groan. Oh, hold me!
Oh, good.
That's going to be a big negative, guy.
I would like to attack now, if that's an option.
Everybody roll
Jump
initiative.
Yep.
Can we get the tracker?
Got it. I apologize. I believe I meant to say the ones with the long spears say that, with spear hands. And the ones with the long appendages sauntering towards the group are muttering, "Where am I? Help me find my way.
Oh no, I just zoomed out and saw we're surrounded.
It's just the welcoming committee.
Are they... are you being facetious? Are they actually friendly? Do I not shoot them?
I think we need to shoot them.
What am I looking at?
You're looking at Arcana
Let me
checks.
rephrase that. Does Fort know what these are, or do I need to actually check?
Arcana checks.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he knows what these are.
Not supposed to be an advantage.
Okay. So, Lee and Fort, you both know that these are called the Sorrow Sworn. They are embodiments of despair. By the way they're talking, you can discern that these are the lost and the lonely. The lost tend to cling to people, literally stabbing them with their appendages, trying to hold on. And the lonely tend to sit back and grapple for people with their long, stabby hands. As they are stronger in darkness and in dim light, which I need to put into Jack's thing here in a bit. Yeah, and it's just they mess with your mind as they hold on to your body. It's creeps. Let's see here, since we have that, we can actually do this. Alright. So let's see who gets to go first. And it was Fort.
So yes, turning to Lee.
Shoot them. Shoot them to death.
And then I will actually cast Greater Invisibility on Lee. The higher concentration seems to be in the north, so I am going to draw my flail and step between Lee and sort of close to Cat and intern there.
Okay. Next up is the Lonely.
Is there a way to give me better dark vision?
Yes. How does Devil Sight act? Is it...
I can
You
see
can see
normally
Every darkness, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
up
And
to 120 feet.
120. Yeah, that just hasn't been modified. Here you go.
Awesome, thank you. As cool as the effect is, that's not what I'm seeing.
Well, it was a start. Let's see here. How long is that reach there? The Lonely make their way towards you guys.
Oh, that's something that I should have asked. Do they have any way to perceive invisible objects?
No.
Okay.
Getting closer, but not too close. Perfect. And each of them reaches back with their long spiked arms and shoot out a harpoon arm.
Jeez.
The first one will be at Fort.
Each of them being this one? Okay.
Oh, fort's in range.
Fort is in range, so that one shoots at Fort. This one will shoot at Jekt, and this one is shooting at. That seems pretty even, so let's roll the dice for that one. If it rolls, Cat. So the first one at Fort is at disadvantage.
Why?
The lonely thrive off of being around others, but they are weakened by being alone, and it seems to not be close enough to companions to do well. And it shoots the ground.
Did I know that?
I guess yes, you would have known that.
Okay.
Keep those ones separated from the rest.
It's companions or enemies, as long as they're near another creature. Two other creatures.
Interesting.
Does it get to attack twice? Because it says it's got 2.
No, it only has 1 attack. It can just hold on to 2.
Okay.
In this case, it shoots its arm off randomly, and it strikes the air, and that is all. The other one reaches for Jekt, or another one, the one to the south there.
Okay.
Oh, that should be an advantage. So 25 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. The harpoon digs into your flesh, grabbing a hold of you. All right. And then this follows up. That didn't roll what I wanted. Anyways, a wisdom save as sorrow takes a hold of Jack's mind.
Normal. Very good. I'll try and.
Factor in +3 because you're adjacent to Thok,
Okay. Perfect.
which looks like you cleared it.
16. So yes, you will take half as much damage. So 6 psychic damage, and you are ripped towards the Sorrow Sworn.
Oh, good.
The other one to the north lashes out towards Cat. Again, this one is on advantage. I keep forgetting to switch it. So 21 to hit.
I will use a reaction to spend 3 psi points and make it disadvantage.
9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Alright, the arm lashes out and misses just barely your cat-like flesh. It's a good thing you're slender. From there, Thok, your turn.
Okay. Thok is going to make his way over to here, to the one grappling Jekt, and is going to try to, swipe at that mofo.
Okay.
At normal. So, yeah. What?
It did not go through here.
Okay, there you go. Okay. So is this 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do a level 1 Divine Smite.
These wouldn't happen to be
I'm guessing
undead,
it's
would
in...
they?
Is it a fiend?
Nope.
What are they actually?
Monstrosities.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Never mind then. I'm still smiting though. Okay. Level 1. Pew. Good. And that'll be the only smite that I do. And can we count the 18 to hit as well? Because I was just gonna attack again.
Yes, the 18 will hit as well. And
Cool.
you did 13 sessions.
Did my initiative not show up on the thing? Or it might not have
Did it
clicked my
get skipped?
Doesn't look like it showed
I
up.
don't see it.
It was.
I was
there.
17.
Yeah.
I don't think I got skipped. I was right after Thox, so.
Oh, okay. Weird.
17.12.
I'll throw you in there. So yes, the 18 hits as well.
Fuck, you may not want to stand so close to that.
I don't really have much of a choice.
He's got a help checked.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Oh wait, that's not. Okay. As. Nope, that's fine. Okay. Oh dear. That makes it Jack's turn.
Alright. Am I grappled right now, or just...
You
Hold
are
close.
grappled. Oops,
Speed 0.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So I will use a bonus action and cast Far Step. But that...
Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah. So, looking at this creature and kind of freaking out a little bit, and dig deep and realize a power that I haven't had yet, or used yet, rather, and will blink out of existence and port next to Fort.
Nice.
Port to Fort. And then kind of look around, kind of a little bit terrified. And then, let's see, make sure I'm reading this right.
As you disappear, the creature that you disappear from goes, "Come back, friend."
I'm not your friend.
I will then have my homunculus release a chain lightning centered on this guy, which will fork to the one on the left and the one on the right, fortunately.
Okay. So that is 1 lonely and 2 lost.
Ooh.
That's dex save.
I will re-roll 1, 2.
I'm guessing your save DC is not 13.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's supposed to be 20.
Yeah, a lot of my stuff got reset. I think they did another update and did some weird things.
Yeah, I think that when they
Yeah.
did a patch for the character stuff, the character creation stuff, and I think it messed everything up.
Yes. DC 20.
That's a normal, but either way, it's failed. And these are also normal. But DC 20 is hard to hit, so they will take full damage once you have it rolled.
Yep. And I will re-roll 1, 2, 3, 4 of those dice. Stand by. Sorcery.
2 1 2 1.
I will re-roll the 2 1s and the 2 2s. And those are d8s.
So subtracting 6 from the 43 and then adding whatever he gets here.
I have the math ready. That is.
That's a lot better than 6.
Yeah.
That raises that up to 54.
Beautiful.
You burn a hole in all 3 of them. However, they remain standing.
Okay. Before my turn resolves,
Hey.
I don't think that. Hold on just a second. Okay. No search. Cool.
So you've used a bonus action, and you've used your homunculus's action. Do you want to use your action?
Yeah, I forgot that I have an actual. Yeah. Perfect. And then I will. Let's see. What was that? I will cast Mirror Image on myself.
You've already cast a leveled spell this turn, being
Oh.
the Far Step. I would
Gotcha. I could
suggest either a cantrip or a star.
Oh yeah, I can use that as a normal action, can't I?
Or your cloak, whichever.
Yeah, because the star is a. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can
Star
do
is a
that.
bonus action.
No,
Right,
star's
right,
an
right.
action.
Is it?
I remember.
I thought it was a bonus action. Pulling a star from the crowns. Or from the ground.
Yes, it is.
Pulling star from the ground is a bonus.
Okay.
Bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's why I was kind of confused. But
Well,
as an
you
action, I'll pull one of the stars off, and I will hit the one to the north with 5th level magic missile, because it's awesome. Oh fuck. Oops. Magic missile is missing for some reason.
Oh boy, updates.
Well, for our next session, do make sure to go over your character sheets to make sure not everything is just broken.
Everything exploded.
It does happen. And they don't have a great way of telling me that things are happening sometimes. I have to actually be active on their website, which is not a thing I do. Whew.
What the fuck? Sorry.
No problem.
I'm having a hard time finding it even in the index.
Having a fart.
Fart.
Magic missile.
There it is. Okay.
Yes,
Yep.
that is the correct roll if you want to do that. Did we lose him?
No, I'm here. I just was building it again. God damn it! It doesn't let me even cast it. It'll fucking. It doesn't let me pick the level.
Weird. Yeah, just go ahead and roll 7d4 plus 7.
Okay.
I'll see if I can't help figure this out for you.
That's
All
pretty
right.
good.
25 points to Mr. Lonely over there. However, he remains standing. Oh, why?
And no surge off of that either. That's my turn.
Okay.
You might think Matt's voice acting, but that's just the noises he makes after a good stretch.
Or a good fap.
Cat, your turn.
That's the
I
exact
will-
reaction. Sorry.
I will use a bonus action to expend 5 side points for Faithful Archer, which is a concentration ability. And it'll allow me an extra attack at the start of each of my turns. I will move in front of Jekt. And then I will take a shot at this one. We'll make it a sharpshooter shot.
Okay. Uh, 17 hits?
Is it still standing?
Yes.
And I will take my extra attack. Same one.
13 misses. So
And then I will Stand
You-
guard there.
I know this is your first round of combat, but you have things that you can do if you want to alter your roll before the DM says it misses.
I don't think so, actually. Not in.
Did you not take precision? You told
Oh,
me you were gonna.
I did take precision strike. Goodness gracious. There's so many things on this character. I even have that pulled up in front of me.
Well,
Since this is his first combat, can he retcon that?
fine. I will allow it this time.
I will expend a superiority die. Whoops. 8. Make it a 16.
The hits.
Another 25.
Alright, this time the arrow strikes the creature down.
Nate, can you do me a favor real quick and fire off a few more sharpshooter shots?
I think I can handle that, but maybe in another round?
No, can you do it right now? Because I think your damage dice might be whack.
Oh, okay, sure.
No.
Oh, they are whack. They're all 25? That's no good. Oh, good lord.
Uh,
Oh. Thought I had addressed this.
It looks like it's using a base 10 instead of a d8.
That is exactly what it is doing.
So if you want to roll 2d8,
2.
he hit twice, and it should be less than 10 on each, so it should be 30 plus 9 instead of 50.
So 39. That works.
Alright, so 39 and 54.
Eh? No,
54?
it should just be 39.
The 54
Oh, 54
is
from.
chain lightning. I need to
Ooh.
double check the health because. Okay, yep, it's still standing.
And
And
that,
then there was the magic missile. Did you factor that?
Oh, how much? That was 25?
Yeah.
We'll get there. Alright, it is fallen.
okay. I will end my turn there.
Alright. Lee, your turn.
Alrighty, tighty. Let's go. I'm gonna go for this one over here. I will bonus action hex it, and we're gonna do strength checks just because.
Okay.
And greater visibility doesn't drop when I cast, does it?
Great invisibility doesn't drop at all.
Beautiful. Then I get advantage from attacking from invisibility, don't I?
If it cannot detect you, yes, and he said it can't, so...
Alright. I'm gonna take a great weapon swing. A master swing. 25?
ooh.
25 hits.
So, plus that 4 hex damage. And then another great weapon master swing. 24?
Also hits.
And I'm gonna smite on this one as well.
He's got smites.
Ha 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 ha! So that's gonna be 68. I need to just make a thing for that. 68 for an extra 21. And if it's huge or smaller, he is also knocked prone.
No save.
Correct.
Seems legit. Let's see here. You notice that even with your magical blade, the damage seems to be reduced somehow.
Do I know why?
They get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage while in dim light or darkness.
Good to know.
Is that non-magical or?
Every.
Okay. Only the initial 23 and 22 are slashing. That's most of it, but like there's a bunch of necrotic and force from the smite.
Alright, I got it all.
All right.
Knocked down quite a bit, but it's still alive.
Are those obviously sword slashes, not bow shots?
Yes.
Don't end near it.
Oh. Nope. Too bad.
Alright, if that's all, the Lost. They have a movement of that. The Lost creep closer. And the two that made it to party members attempt to embrace them, which is an attack that does grapple. Here we go. So, the embrace against Cat.
Ooh.
This is a 17 hit.
17 hits, but I will use Memory of 1,000 Steps as a reaction to go back behind Jack, making it miss.
Okay. And then the embrace against Fort. I'm guessing a 10 is going to miss.
Well, if I was in the bathhouse, it might, but yeah, 10 misses.
As both of them try to grab a hold with their long appendages from their back. The first missing because of a disappearing cat and reappearing behind Jack, and the other one missing because it grabs short. That brings it around to Fort.
Be sure to fight them in the light as often as you can.
And I will attempt to Booming Blade the one adjacent to me. And I am going to... are they immune to status effects?
No.
I am going to attempt the... First, I'm going to step there. Then I am going to Booming Blade. I'm going to use my Flail of Madness head to make the attack, and I am going to trigger my...
Sorry, wrong button.
Hijacked.
Ready for my close-up.
I am going to trigger my Clockwork Amulet to make my attack at a 22.
Okay.
Not 22, sorry. This is... No, it is a physical attack because of the way my blade works. So 20. Does a 20 hit?
20 hits.
Okay. So first is going to be this, and then this.
Is that... Oof, so much going on there. Okay.
Yeah, for some reason the saving throw tick isn't in there. Let me click that again just to pull it up. There it is. DC 17 Wisdom saving throw, 13 magical silver bludgeoning damage, 6 thunder damage.
Thunder.
Well, it's a terrible save.
Okay. So all the damage happens. It's flung back 10 feet away from me, so somewhere in this area. And it is confused, I think.
It says on a failed save, the target must make a melee attack against a random target within its reach on its next turn. If it has no targets, within its reach, even after moving, it loses its actions on that turn.
Then I will step back up to Jack and go,
Ah, that was a good shot.
It was.
Alright, anything else from Fort?
Let me check my little log here. Nope, I'm good.
Alright, that brings it to the lonely. The two that remain are next to people, so that's fun. As they begin to take action, Thok and Lee make wisdom saves as you feel your mind being drained.
Does it have to see me to do this, or is this an aura?
It is an aura.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wisdom save?
Yes.
Whoops. That's an 11.
Alright, Thok, you, with your mighty brain, ignore it.
I think that's the first time that
Never heard that phrase before, ever.
especially about Thok.
And Lee, with your weak mind,
I have a plus 6.
feel yourself becoming drained a little and take 12 psychic damage.
Well, I have a plus 7.
He's right.
Oh, because he gives his... yeah, whatever.
So, it's going to smart. It's got some intelligence. It will step there, turn towards Lee Woodby, and strikes out with a harpoon arm
Really? I mean, I guess, yeah.
at normal.
Knows something's around. He's not in the light?
He has the ability where if he is near two other creatures, which he is, that he gains advantage on attack rolls.
Okay. Okay, cool.
But
The 11 misses.
11 misses.
And it's canceled by the disadvantage of not being able to see you.
Right.
The other one does the same to Thok and tries to pierce his armor.
Is Thok... what is the radius of the two targets?
30 feet.
Oh dear.
Also, is that magical piercing?
No.
Okay, so I will take 11 damage.
Does that hit?
21 hits, yeah.
Okay. So, yes, it is 23 normal piercing damage. However, after being stabbed and grappled by this harpoon of an arm, you feel dread, loneliness seep through your body. Make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Alright, you take 6 psychic damage, and you'd be pulled closer, except you're already right next to him.
Yep.
And you are grappled. That will end the lonely, because the other one died. Thok, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay, let's see.
15 hit.
15 is a miss.
Okay.
You have to roll higher than a 3.
Cool.
But a 22
Alright.
will do it.
And I'm going to use a level 2 Divine Smite on this one.
Okay. You notice that in the light, the blade slashes the flesh normally.
Alright.
Additional 19. Nice. Anything else from Thok?
Nope, that's it. How's this
Alright.
thing looking?
Damaged, but not like visibly falling apart or anything.
Okay, cool.
Jack, your turn.
Okay. Oh boy, there's like no good place to just stand here.
You still have your bonus action teleporty thing
Yeah.
running.
Well, I don't even know if it's a bonus action. It just is a thing.
No, it's a bonus action still.
You have the bonus action teleportation.
Bonus action. Gotcha. I see.
You also have your bonus action to use Crown of Stars.
I know. I'm not little anymore, guys. Stop.
Sorry.
I would like to point out that Fort said to fight them in the light, if that adjusts your planes at all.
Yeah. Well, I am emanating the light.
Yeah, I know you are. The rest of us ain't.
I'm just positioning. I am the light. Anyway.
Tayman! Ah!
All right. I will conjure forth yet another chain lightning, this time as a bonus action from myself. Centered on probably this guy right here in front of us, which also hits these two right there and right there.
Okay.
And it should be 20. I don't know. I looked at it. I cannot figure it out.
Does that have any chance of hitting me?
What's up?
Does that have any chance of hitting me?
No.
Okay.
1, 2, 4. What's my charisma
That is a
modifier?
lot of ones.
It is. Charisma modifier is 5, so I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. I will re-roll those 4 4s and one of the 2s. So
That's a lot. Oh wait.
I recommend you don't reroll any of the 4s.
Or I said 4 1s.
That's what you wanted to say. You said 4 4s.
What is this? Pirates of the
I
Caribbean?
don't think I did. But yeah, I will re-roll the 4 1s and one of the 2s. So a total 5d8.
Okay, so we're subtracting 5 off the 26. Right? No, 6 off the 26.
So 20 plus 21 is a total of 41, which is way better.
I'm choosing to believe that 2 re-rolled into that 1.
You got it.
The 2 to the north, another hole bursts through them. However, this time they do not keep standing as they fall to their knees. And then dead.
Ah,
The other one
perfect.
takes
And
the
then
brunt of the damage.
And then the one over here, I will reach up and grab one of the floating motes of light above my head and chuck it at that one. Oops, not that.
Alright, the mote of light shoots and bursts through this creature, leaving it on its last leg, but still standing.
That's pretty impressive. It's got a lot of legs.
Turn.
Show me the way.
Good lord.
From that would be Cat's turn.
At the start of her turn, she'll take her free sharpshooter shot at the one to the south, next to Thok. You're not going to expend a superiority.
You know they refresh on short rest, right?
The superiority, yeah.
Alright, so you shoot off as the bow shoots almost of its own will. However, not precise enough, and misses.
And then I will use a bonus action to change my focus to nomadic arrow, meaning I ignore disadvantage if I was to get disadvantage with my longbow. And then I will shoot one at the one next to Thok. Sharpshooter.
Nice.
Ooh.
Do you want to add anything to that before you finalize that roll?
I can't add. I don't have anything to add.
You don't have any Battlemaster dice that you can modify your damage with?
Not damage. No.
Okay.
Is it still standing?
Oh, So you're going after the lost, correct, or what are the?
The one next to Thok.
The one next to Thok. Okay. It is still standing.
I'll take another.
This one.
I'm gonna expend a superiority on that.
It shoots forth and.
Come on, baby.
Ha.
Ah.
Hits the ground just past it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that as it is, and I'll even stay in the current position.
Alright, Lee, your turn.
Alright. We're going to try something a little bit different. I have a question. I'm going to do Green Flame Blade. Am I allowed to Great Weapon Master that attack?
Yeah, it's part of an attack with a physical weapon, and Great Weapon Master just cares that you made a physical weapon attack.
Yeah.
Cool.
However.
Yeah, however he's
Secondary
moving
target's
blade,
gonna
then-
be you.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
And
Those-
you can only use that one attack.
Yeah, I know. I recognize that.
Okay,
You can see within 5 feet of it.
He can't see
Oh,
himself.
okay.
Yay!
Well, I mean, that's fair, but that still doesn't help much.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does. If you can't see yourself, you can't bounce it to yourself.
Then can you
It
cast
makes Green Flame Blade not worth it. So I will just attack this dude bro here with a Great Weapon Master then.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Hits.
Plus Hex damage. And then...
Oh, it went into the light. The fool.
Oh, good.
So it takes full damage here.
So... Does it drop after that?
Nope.
Okay. Another one.
Another one.
Another.
Wow. Wow. I don't suppose a 13 hits.
You bounce off of its tough hide.
Alright. Well, that's going to be the end of my turn.
That's a weird description to give to a sword of sharpness, Matt.
Yes, it is. But that's what happens when you accidentally use the broadside of a sword.
I mean, fair.
It's not a hammer. The remaining lost stumbles over to Kat and tries to give her the biggest hug she has ever received. Failing miserably,
Misses.
stumbling on the way with a giant hole taking out most of its side. Please. That brings it to Fort's turn.
I am going to step adjacent to Cat, and I am going to basically do the same technique I just did, but I used the Madness Head last time. I assume it's not per turn. I assume I have to cycle through all 3, right?
Yes.
I am going to use the Paralysis Head this time.
Okay, that hits. Alright, the flail swings, crushing the body and ripping it the rest away in half. And the body lies limp.
It should go flying.
And it goes flying.
It goes limp, and then like spontaneously jumps in the opposite direction.
I've played enough Dark Souls to know that. So it'll wind up over here.
It's the Skyrim sniper rifle.
Dog.
Well,
Anything else?
That was very convenient. Let's see.
I kinda like this position, so I'll end here.
Okay. It's time to get lonely. Perfect. The one next to Thok is already stabbing him, right? Cool. So it's going to shoot off its other arm at Cat.
Okay. Misses.
13 is gonna miss. However, oh, I forgot, at the beginning of its turn, Thok, you feel that psychic leeching, so does Lee. Both of you need to make wisdom saves.
Well, that's a 17, but that's significantly better.
Alright, both of you shake off the feeling. However, Thok, another pulse of loneliness and dread enters your mind from being attached to this creature. Make another wisdom save.
Ooh. Another one.
Another one. You take 16 psychic damage.
Is it magical?
It's psychic damage.
Right. So-
Yes.
Okay.
It's non-physical.
I don't know. Okay. So in the armor it says resistant to all non-magical damage. Does that include like fire, or is it just like piercing, bludgeoning, slashing?
Probably just piercing, bludgeoning, slashing. I may
Okay.
have misdone that.
Okay. I can adjust it. So.
Yeah, he asked earlier, but if you want him to adjust it, he needs to know that he needs to adjust it.
Adjust it.
Adjust it. Okay. Cool. That's
Okay. And that is its turn. So Thok, your turn.
This one gets
Lee.
to do stuff.
Oh, yeah, the one with Lee. Thank you for reminding me. It lashes out. Oh, shoot, that attack against Cat should have been an advantage. Oh, too late now. It lashes out at Lee, trying to grab a hold.
Is it within range of what's his face? Nah, never mind. Doesn't matter too much.
What are these rolls?
Why?
I don't know. I got 4 ones on my last attack. So.
I mean, I'm invisible, so
It continues to shoot out its arms, hitting the ground past you, missing each time. Thok, your turn.
That ground is feeling real lonely now.
That's a fascinating technique that creature's using. I don't think I'll be copying it.
Hiya.
An 18 is a hit.
Okay. Is it dead yet?
Nope.
Doing it again. Level 1 smite.
Alright, that is a hit. Oh, that's a good smite. And it finally goes down and bright light.
That was a good turn for your great weapon master there, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or fighting style, rather.
Yes. It's pretty good.
it's a good fighting style.
Okay. And then I'm going to move this way towards Lee. That's it.
Okay. After you is Jacked.
Yet again, I will reach up and grab another mote of light from the Crown of Stars and chuck it at the remaining thingy. Sour.
Alright. 21 hits. How do you want to do this?
The mote of light will kind of enter into part of its body or its mouth and just kind of light up and just explode in radiance.
Taste the rainbow.
Inspiration for it. The only thing I can add is as the light enters its mouth, it goes, huh? And then as the body just erupts, much like the other one. However, this one in a brighter light, as a little bit more radiant energy is produced. And it collapses, baked in front of Lee.
So the way you said it, I'm imagining like it doing a Tim Allen like.
This thing is Tim Allen.
All right.
This thing was Tim Allen.
That's the end of combat.
They very obviously have nothing.
They very obviously have nothing.
Well, that was weird.
Turn to Thok.
So what was that about? Preparations?
Yeah, we have equipment, some spare equipment that you guys might find use for.
Yeah.
I imagine flail there is gonna be more useful than any weapons we have. And I'm just eyeing it warily.
I don't think I can see you when you're making that description, so I'm just going to tuck it back into my belt with no reaction to that statement.
That's fair.
I have this Ifriti chain, there's a frost blade, there's a sun blade. I think that's it.
I don't think anybody's using the wand mage.
The wand of the war mage?
Or are you using the wand mage, Jacked?
I'm not using it.
I don't think he had enough attunement slots.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, nobody's using.
Is there another item? My character doesn't know, but I know. I
Out of game. What are we supposed to be remembering
Isn't
here?
there a mithril breastplate?
Oh, there is.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
just this random mithril breastplate.
I could use that.
Okay.
I just have a mundane breastplate right now.
Yeah, you can have it. Go for it.
Does Fort know what an Ifriti chain is?
You know the name. You know what an Ifriti is. You would know that would be probably immune to fire and high quality armor.
I wore it for a little bit. It makes you immune to fire, and you can speak and understand primordial, and you can walk across lava like you're lava Jesus.
Wow, Jesus.
I'm not familiar with Lava Jesus. Who's that?
He's like regular Jesus, except party.
Yeah.
I must apologize. I've been up in Miakasil. I've never met this Jesus person.
From what I understand, it's some story about some guy down south who like washed people's feet, I think.
I heard he just liked wine.
Yeah. So he was just a drunk guy who would go around watching people's feet.
I don't believe I envy that person, but this armor sounds useful.
Okay. Here you go.
I hate all of you.
So, taking account of our surroundings, do I have time to change armor?
Assisted?
With assistance, you're pretty sure you'll be okay. This place is at all times an ominous feeling lurks through the air. Something gnaws in your minds, but the immediate danger seems to have passed.
Okay, I'll take some time to change armor. What?
If anyone needs healing, then I can heal them.
From what I could tell, Thok, only you took injury.
Oh no, Jack got harpooned. Never mind.
You?
I got, like, really sad, but I should be okay.
I got pretty sad too.
If you ever want to talk about it, I'm here. No, over here.
Thought memories of feeling alone in your room as a child creep up in your mind, and Lee, you remember going through the Underdark alone as the darkness surrounded you, self-exiled. But the feeling passes.
If you guys are that sad about it, you could probably just hug it out.
I'm not that sad.
Okay.
And when I'm changing armor, I'm going to discreetly prestidigitation clean the chainmail because I've heard stories about what Thok does.
He's a pooper.
I'm gonna try and get my bearings and see if I can figure out what's the city that the Shadarkai live in?
It's not named. It
Okay.
is built around the Fortress of Memories. It's an
Okay.
extension of that. However, there is, like I said, there is no name for it.
Cool. Can I try and get an idea of which direction the Fortress of Memories is then from here, based on my knowledge, my book knowledge of the area?
You can try survival.
Okay, cool. I don't know enough to question advantage at all. So, well, whoops. Hey, that's still a 20, the first one. Switch back to normal.
Based on your knowledge of the Shadowfell and how it is a dark reflection of the material plane and the descriptions in your book, you're thinking it's either south, like a ways south, or it's where Ishinbarosa would be.
What would be south? What would be the material plane equivalent south?
There is the Arathokov Mountains, and farther south there are. There was a civilization that used to flourish south. However, you're looking at weeks travel at this point.
We also have a griffin, but at this point we have a large party, so.
Yeah.
All right. So the Shadowfell or Imperial Plane, looking for 2 large cities. Can we get the world map real quick?
Also, do I have any idea what Lee's talking about?
Yes. I'm not sure exactly which part you mean.
Well, To the best of my understanding, my character is somewhat familiar with planes hopping, and she just mentioned she's looking for 2 large cities, and I assume gave descriptions.
While we're looking at the map, I'll pull out my grandfather's journal and see if it says anything, and ask him if he knows where he is being held.
One word appears on the page. Necropolis.
Oh, wait a second. No, this is because leaked through in the Londa Vale. That's definitely where he's going to set up his. Is right there over the leak. So then, the other major city would be Ishtinver. That's most likely where the Shadar Kai are, and that will be where we can hopefully find to get us to siege Karsus. Hopefully get in noticing us.
So, I don't know if it's just me, but your mic cut out during some of that. Do you want to go to Istanveros, a similar location?
Because that should be where the Shadar Kai, and hopefully they can assist us in trying to destroy Karsus once for all.
From the vantage point we have, can I identify any landmarks in the Shadowfell? Not the prime material, but actually being on the Shadowfell?
That you can see now, or that you would know of?
Cross-referencing both?
Does anything look familiar?
Currently, you see yourself surrounded by a very similar situation here. To the south is a Great Plains that after a certain point seems to cut off, like you know how you can only see so far. Just based on distance, there's nothing but darkened plains, and sometimes you feel like you see movement along the plains. To the north and the west, and even somewhat to the east, you see dark forest looming. As for what you would know that you would know of one in particular location, and that is the Fortress of Memories, the home to the Raven Queen and her faithful followers, her loyal servants, the Shadar Kai. There have been tales of another city, and that is called Necropolis. However, every tale has said that a watchful eye stands guard at the city, and none enter and none leave.
So I will recite what I know about the Shadowfell since we're on here in a sort of boring librarian manner.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
What?
The research I found was focused more on the Fortress of Memories, but it sounds like the Necropolis is exactly where we're wanting to go. That's where Karsus is going to be.
I have to warn you that I was not the wayfinder of our groups when I was out on expedition. He's dead now.
Well, Lee, you
Alright.
managed to keep our current wayfinder alive longer, I suppose.
We'll see.
Your 2 wayfinders retired.
Also, yes.
I can be good at a lot of things. Namely, everything.
Okay. So, okay, guys, what do we think? Like, do we want to try and just sneak into Necropolis then, or do we want to try and enlist help from the Shadow Archive?
Well,
I think it. Go ahead for it.
as far as I can tell, we're not under a time limit, so we should prepare ourselves to the best of our ability. I would recommend we seek allies.
I have to agree
From my
with
from my research, how optimistic am I about actually making friends with the Shadow Archive, or at least allies?
You know that the Shadowkai are their main purpose is to serve the Raven Queen, and if it aligns to her, they'll definitely help you. Besides that, you would know that the Shadowkai are wary of Necropolis.
Wary.
Wary, excuse me, and they were explicitly told to never venture there. So you don't know if you'd be able to get anyone to join you, but you might be able to find more knowledge with them, as they are no friends to that place.
Okay.
They also aren't openly hostile to adventurers, so you know that approaching them wouldn't be necessarily dangerous either.
He finds combated allies. There's knowledge and plots to be found in the fortress.
That's better than nothing.
Absolutely. So I say we head there first.
Cat, do you mind leading the way?
Not at all.
I think it's the general direction. I want to look for Ishtar. So
No idea what you just said.
He said he thinks it's the general direction that Istinverosa would be. Does my knowledge line up with that?
It's the most likely in this area, so yes.
I concur that that is highly probable. Do you know how to get to Istinverosa from Chrysos?
I've done some traveling, but not to Ishtenrosa.
But do you know how?
I could gather. If you guys wouldn't mind helping me along the way. Like I said, I've never made the trek myself.
we want to go just south of due west.
Let's do it.
So, yeah, if you can keep us headed that direction, then we should make it there.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session, with the trek beginning towards the Fortress of Memories. Oh, it was a lot more action-packed than previous sessions have been, but we went from a wrap-up to right back in it, so awesome. I know we're all seem a little rusty on combat. I mean, maybe not so much Stock, who just attacks twice with his greatsword, but does great. I feel rusty, but next time I'm sure we'll be prip and prime and ready to go. So, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. And as always, stay classy.
Bye.
Bye.